Hey everybody, welcome back to Shock and Schlock. I'm your host, Herschel Gillis, and today it's Thanksgiving. So a better movie to review than Thanksgiving. I watched it. Haven't been the biggest Eli Roth fan in the past. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you follow me on Letterboxd, you'll see that. I'm not like... Oh, my hair is looking janky because I took a nap after Thanksgiving dinner and I must have moved around a lot. But anyway, Eli Roth is not my favorite director. I'll say that. Never has been. Um, I don't mind him, but, and I like a couple, I like Hostel 1 and 2. And everything after that is, or even before with Cabin Fever, are just kind of okay to bad in my eyes. I mean, The Green Inferno is in my, worst movies of all time list. I absolutely hate that film. So I went into Thanksgiving with very low expectations. I mean, this is a movie Eli Roth has been, potentially sitting on for close to a decade now after that Grindhouse trailer, which was probably his best thing that he ever made. Well, maybe not as much as Hostel in my opinion, but anyway, one of the best things he ever made is a 4-minute teaser. So when that translates to an hour and 40-minute long movie, how does it work? Let's get into it. So the film is sort of My Bloody Valentine-esque in its plot, which, like a tragedy followed by somebody killing off people involved in the tragedy or going to do a new one sort of deal. In this case, it's in Plymouth, Massachusetts. There's a Black Friday sale, which leads to a stampede of people, and the whole event's recorded by this group of teenagers, and people die in the thing. It's very exaggerated and goofy, but also pretty nasty a little bit. Then someone comes back the next year on Thanksgiving, or Thanksgiving week, I guess, is when it's occurring, and starts killing people off that were involved in the tragedy in one way or another. Like a security guard, the teenage group, whatever. And yeah, that's the main plot. Things about the plot that I liked. It's paced well. I dug the My Bloody Valentine vibe of it. That's one of my favorite films in general. So that was, not a complaint at all. The twist, though, I guessed who the killer was within about 10 minutes into the film. Not 10 minutes, but after the first scene, I knew who the killer would be. And I was correct. So, I'm not going to say who that was, but it's not like a super hard to guess thing. This film's plot is very Scream-esque in a lot of ways as well. As far as modern slashers, this is the tone and vibe of it is a little bit like that. When you watch it, you'll kind of understand what I mean. It's not as meta as Scream, so people who don't like Scream... Francis, you idiot. I know you're watching, motherfucker. Scream's a good movie. I know you're gonna cry when you hear that, but it's a good movie. But anyway, it's not meta like that. It's just kind of the tone on occasion is like that. Other good things about the film: the gore, pretty great. The kills are really creative in this. In some places, it goes pretty far a couple of times. Pretty nasty. There is some CGI gore that kind of looks dookie. But, doesn't look that terrible. And a lot of the kills are really fun and good and grimy. This is a very violent and gory movie, and the kills are pretty evenly distributed, so there's never really any moment where anything feels safe. Always good. It moves at a good pace. I'll say that. This is the opposite of The Green Inferno as far as Eli Roth movies go. The movie takes forever to go anywhere, and then when it gets there, it kind of is stupid. But anyway, this isn't a The Green Inferno review. The movie sucks balls, as the teenagers say. It's probably how I described it when I watched it when it came out, because it's god-awful. But yeah, the kills, that stuff's good. The acting in this does range in quality, though. I will say that there are some truly truly awful performances in this on occasion. Um, Mainly from a couple of people. Addison Rae's in this, and that goes about as well as you'd expect. Um, and most of the cast of this is from like Disney Channel movies, and what's his name? Patrick Dempsey. Yeah, Patrick Dempsey from well, I believe Grey's Anatomy. I'm actually gonna look that up. I think he's from Grey's Anatomy. I've never watched Grey's Anatomy, but I do think Patrick. Yeah, okay, I was right. Grey's Anatomy guy. Patrick Dempsey's in this. He's fine. Um, some of the teenagers are not great. Our protagonist is not awful though. I forgot who she was played by. Let me look that up though. Nell Verlaque. Um, hasn't been anything that I've seen away from this. She does a decent job, but yeah, Addison Rae. That's a casting choice of all time. And some of the writing in this is pretty piss poor on occasion for dialogue. Not as bad as most things that Eli Roth has done, and that's probably because Eli Roth didn't write this movie, or he wasn't the head writer. So, but it's still bad sometimes. But the pacing and the gore, it leads for a good time. It doesn't take itself super seriously, which is it's a fun movie. There is a point where somebody literally does say, "This Thanksgiving there are no leftovers." Cringe as fuck, but I still laughed. So, yeah. The gore set pieces are really good, though. I should say that. And then for a slasher movie, a holiday themed slasher movie can do a lot worse. And this is far better than I expected an Eli Roth film to be. This is probably my favorite Eli Roth movie now. And it's pretty entertaining. I gave it a 4. This is definitely a movie I can see rewatching around the holiday. Maybe not one that I'm going to watch away from that, but for the season, it's pretty good. I'm not going to say it's a new classic or anything, but it's a more than passable holiday slasher film, especially modern. It's pretty good. So, yeah, give it a watch. Even if just for the gore set pieces, at least watch it once. It's pretty good. So yeah, that's it for Thanksgiving. For to be out there, enjoy your Thanksgiving. I know it's getting late here when this is posting, but enjoy the time with your family. Appreciate those near to you. Don't get killed on Black Friday if you go out. Please. Anyway, yeah, as always, I've been your host, Herschel Gill, signing off for today. 0 thoughts, 0 editing, 0 brain cells, and 0 planning. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Keep your notifications on. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a Dream of Virtual Perfume in the House of Chanel review. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Anyways, thanks guys.